Yeah.
Okay. So there was a question, where can I find details on the study done on the energy use related to duct with class C air and drill to 1.5 class A? So in fact, the publication on this specific work on the laboratory replication of the real ductwork is in a publication of AIVC in 2014. It was in Poznan, I think. So you have here, well, the title of the study, and here are the authors of the study, and you can find it on the Airbase. So on the AIVC website, there is all the publications of AIVC, so you can have a look at the AIVC website, Airbase, and you just look at Berto, and you will find this publication from 2014. Also, the part on the study on the development of a method to calculate the impact of ductwork airtightness on the fan energy use. It has been published in the proceedings of the 2013 conference in Nottingham. So this was me and Rémi Carrier who have done the study, so impact of ductwork airtightness on fan energy use calculation model on test cases. So yeah, you can also have a look at the on Airbase. I think, Maria, now the AIVC 2017 are published in Airbase.
Yes. Yeah. You can find all the proceedings up to 2017 on Airbase.
So if you're interested in the study, you can just have a look at the author on Airbase and you will find it. Also, it was more a comment than a question saying that we can provide detailed information on domestic ductwork in the UK. So yes, I'm definitely interested in that. So do not hesitate. I'll put my email on the presentation at the end, so you can contact me at the end, so we can discuss this subject. So next question: it is nice to have finally some numbers to quantify the leakage and their impact with the material you are presenting made available to us. So yes, Maria has answered this question. So all the recordings and slides of the webinar will be available at the beginning of next week on the TightVent website. So you can have access to the recording, so what we are saying now, and also to all the PowerPoint, so you can take it there. And then there is a question to Lars Ack. So Lars, is the diagram defining tightness classes A to D the same for all duct shapes, circular and rectangular? And, well, I think it's...
Yes. Yeah. Yes, it is. And it is the same for circular, it's the same for rectangular, it's the same for plastic, it's the same for done in laboratories and in situ measurement. So the diagram is actually the same for everything.
Okay, I think there was a new question coming.
Yeah, there is another one.
I'm copying it now.
Okay.
So the answer is yes. So do you have the same figure of a full MV system regarding energy saving during a whole year, not only related to duct?
Do you have the same figure for all full MV systems regarding energy savings?
I think it was more for me, no?
Yeah, perhaps.
Well, I don't have a figure for the impact of air and lead units leakages. So the only study I know were done on the duct leakages. So in fact, myself, I do not have figures for a full system. But, well, in the air and lead units, the impact on the energy use depends on where the leakage are on the lead unit. If they are before the fan, after the fan, and so well, I don't know if all the panelists know studies on this subject, the impact of air and lead units leakages.
I have not seen any science doing on this.
Okay. So then the answer is no, we do not have figures at all, so we do not know if they are the same or not. Okay. So there is also a new question there.
There are 2 new questions, Valerie.
Okay, I'm copying. Is the class B also minimum required for ductwork in concrete?
Yes, in the in situ measurement EN 1259, they don't care about which type of duct it is. It is a full system of duct. So yes, it is. In the end, it will be. It will be tested the same way, even if it's in concrete.
So since it's the same, tested the same way with the same requirement at the end. But I guess in Sweden you do not have a lot of concrete ductwork in your building, do you?
Yes, we have.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't know, but there is some concrete, and they are using the old chimneys and so on. And now everybody is trying to seal them off. It's very difficult, and it's very it's very costly to do it, but they still do it. And there is some new technique that is available on the market to make them airtight. But in the Swedish order, or what you say, they say, if you can, change the duct instead of trying to make them airtight. But in the concrete, they have to make them airtight from the inside.
Okay, yeah, but it's not in new building. It's in existing building where they reuse the ductwork.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we have a comment on this. Okay, I'll try to. Okay, then there's another question. Do you have any regulation of measurements method of ductwork? So do you have any?
Regulation on measurement method of ductwork? No, I don't think. But
it's
they should
standard.
Yeah, it's the stand. They should follow the standards, and normally they say measure the standard by 12-3. Yeah, 12-3-7. Yeah. 12-3-7. Yes. So they should measure according to that one. And
okay.
in reality, it's 12599. That is the relevant standard for real buildings.
12599, yeah. And well, in France there is no regulation on measurement method of ductwork, but there is also a specific standard for France to explain how it should be done in France in the context of the regulation to perform a test of ductwork. For example, how you do the sampling if you do not test the wall ductwork and things like that are in a specific French standard, but not in the regulation. But the regulation says that it should be done as it says in the standards most of the time. So, do we know today the proportion of leakage due to products, equipment, ban installation, and maintenance and use? Sure.
Should I answer, perhaps?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I don't really know, but I know that the products are increasing in quality, and they're getting better and better all the time. There are some products that are not as good as the other one, and they are mostly coming from companies that only have one product and not the full system. And therefore, we some years ago created this technical component standard. So these companies are also able to test one single product, and that has helped a lot. So the products are increasing all the time. Also, the way of measuring and making it a little bit easier to measure has made that the people who is doing the installation, they're getting more and more aware, and they can test it themselves instead of using expensive consultants. So in that context, they are also increasing a lot. I would say that they are increasing more than the products to make it airtight. And for maintenance, since we are using rigid duct, it works really well. If we are using flexible ducts, I see a lot of damage on those ducts out in reality. But it goes more and more that flexible ducts should only be used in small parts and in the end of the system between the duct system and the terminal device.
Okay, thank you. I think we have to proceed to the next presentations.